Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I want to thank you by telling you that I appreciate you so much for being here today, and I want to thank God for the opportunity to read to you. And without you being present, there's no need for me to be here. So thank you for sharing with me my purpose, and I hope the reading resonates with you. And so let me move forward, and I thank God and I thank you. Okay, I'm going to begin by reading out of the Bible. And I'm at Psalms 55. For the director of music with stringed instruments, a maskil of David. Listen to my prayer, O God. Do not ignore my plea. Hear me and answer me. My thoughts trouble me, and I am distraught at the voice of the enemy, at the stares of the wicked, for they bring down suffering upon me and revel me in their anger. My heart is in anguish within me. The terrors of death assail me. Fear and trembling have beset me. Horror has overwhelmed me. I said, oh, that I had the wings of a dove. I would fly away and be at rest. I would flee far away and stay in the desert. I would hurry to my place of shelter, far from the tempest and storm. Confuse the wicked, O Lord, confound their speech. For I see violence and strife in the city. Day and night they prowl about on its walls. Malice and abuse are within it. Destructive forces are at work in the city. Threats and lies never leave its streets. If an enemy were insulting me, I could endure it. If a foe were raising himself against me, I could hide from him. But it is you, a man like myself, my companion, my close friend, with whom I once enjoyed sweet fellowship, as we walked with the throng at the house of God. Let death take my enemies by surprise. Let them go alive to the grave, for evil finds lodging among them. But I call to God, and the Lord saves me. Evening, morning, and noon I cry out in distress, and he hears my voice. He ransoms me unharmed from the battle waged against me. Even though many oppose me, God, who is enthroned forever, will hear them and afflict them. Men who never change their ways and have no fear of God. My companion attacks his friends. He violates his covenant. His speech is smooth as butter, yet war is in his heart. His words are more soothing than oil, yet they are drawn swords. Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never let the righteous fall, but you, O God, will bring down the wicked into the pit of corruption. Bloodthirsty and deceitful men will not live out half their days. But as for me, I trust in you. So that was the book of Psalms 55. So earlier today I was watching little, YouTube clips, and there's this guy. Of course, he had the monitor, right? The one that was speaking about it. And he said, listen to what this guy said. And the guy said, I kept seeing 1134. And he wrote it on a napkin. And I might not be telling the story exactly right, but he wrote it on a napkin, 1134. He kept seeing it. And when he wrote it on the napkin, it fell down. He picked it up, and he picked it up upside down. And it said hell. And he was talking to God, and he was pretty much cursing him. You killed my girlfriend. You killed my dog. You killed my father. You've stripped me of anything having to do with the feeling that God is alive, or God is present, or God has worth. And he was cursing God. And then he said he had a dream that night. And his dream was that he died and was up in heaven. And a man walked up to him. And repeated 1134 to him. And he was it was like he was taken down to hell, and he's seen all these people crying and mourning because they were in hell, right? And out of his dream, he said, I'd never want to go there again. But you'd have to see the clip. It was very touching. It was very real. And, you know, dreams do have messages for you. So for him, it was saying, will you trust in me again? Or do you really want to go to hell? Because he was saying, I don't care if you send me to hell, blah, 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 blah. And the guy had a turnaround where, you know, he realized he was getting a message from God, 1134, like if you don't straighten your ways up, that's where you're going to take yourself to. So it was an interesting story. So I just thought I'd share that with you. So we're going to begin by your soul purpose. And today we pulled the philanthropist. And the stone is rhodonite. The affirmation, I have plenty of money with plenty to spare. Success is mine through perseverance, endurance, and clear vision. I am grateful for the blessings in my life. So although you might not have all the money that you really would like, you know, a lot of people like that comfort zone, right? You might still be working to get that little nest egg. But in the meanwhile, if you save your pennies, your savings will grow. And the thing about that statement, someone told me that once, is that the more you waste, the less you can save. So if you're throwing away food that could have been eaten because you didn't feel like having leftovers, if you make 5 trips to the store, 5 days a week, you're burning all that gas and your time to go. And therefore, you're burning up your gas if you just went once a week or twice a week. So any type of savings that you can do throughout your day, you know, putting enough toothpaste but not overly too much. Things like that, it'll all add up. So let me move forward and we'll go to the protection department in this book and we'll read about the philanthropist. Do you enjoy raising money for the welfare of those who are less fortunate? While the term philanthropist usually indicates those who make generous donations to support a cause, other life paths fall into this category as well, including benefactors, donors, sponsors, fundraisers, and nonprofit marketers. The purpose is to successfully raise and contribute funds for the welfare of others. When the philanthropist and rhodonite card comes into view, you are being called to create a strategy, do some research, find solutions, and lead the way in order to raise money to donate toward a good cause. Sometimes philanthropy takes the form of small donations to a friend or colleague in need of a little extra support to get them through a hard time. Rhodonite helps you restore balance. It is a good stone to support you after a period of loss or distress. It helps with grief associated with challenging situations and offers comfort during times of heartache, sorrow, or unhappiness. The life path of a benefactor provides the opportunity to increase personal abundance and financial security through altruistic actions. Use this energy to expand your thoughts of gratitude while focusing on your existing blessings. Make this a daily practice. It will lead you toward having plenty of money with plenty to spare. Believe in unlimited wealth and success. Activate philanthropic actions and notice how an infinite supply of wealth becomes more available to you. Those in need of philanthropy may have been through some challenging situations, and rhodonite is a good ally when recovery time is necessary to restore balance and establish new footing. Philanthropy is much more than just a charitable donation. It is an altruistic effort to improve the well-being of another person or group of people. A philanthropist or benefactor holds the energy of success due to perseverance, endurance, and putting in many hours to achieve goals, and they have the means to share the fruits of their labor with others in order to restore and assist others in their lives, fostering this energy into yourself. Next, we have Native Spirit, and today we pulled the Sweat Lodge. The card meaning: cleanse yourself, body, mind, and soul, purify, clutter clear, let go of objects and relationships that no longer serve you, purify your body, go within, meditate, talk to the Creator, give thanks. Your native spirit wants you to know sweat lodges are small dome structures covered with skins, blankets, or mud in which very hot stones are placed in the center. Water is poured over the stones so that the hot steam arises from the rocks. Thus, the sweat lodge, with its hot steam, is used for purification ceremonies as well as a place to commune with the divine. This card shows you to tell you that it's time to clear out the clutter in your life. Sometimes clutter can be things in your closet that you don't love or use, but sometimes clutter can be outmoded relationships or habits that no longer serve you. The clearer your inner and outer space becomes, the easier it will be to hear the sweet messages from your soul. The journey. Sometimes this card chooses you when it's time to do some physical detoxification. Fast for a day, drink green juices, clear out some clutter. Love it, use it, or get rid of it. Even one small item can make a difference. Next, we have the Akashic Tarot. So I've shuffled my cards some, but shuffle a little bit on here before we get started. And I want to say that I'll be pulling off the top, and we'll let God tell us what message is to be heard today. At the bottom is the Scribe. Okay, so we'll save that one for later. Let's begin by Archangel Gabriel. Number 3. So, just so you know, I had attempted to do this video earlier, and I received a phone call that I had to take, so I just canceled it all out, and I kept the cards, the Sweat Lodge and the Philanthropist already. However, this was the first card on the last one, so apparently that is not a coincidence. What's the other word? It's a sign, okay, that is meant to be read. Gabriel is the divine messenger, the archangel of communication. He comes with his trumpet and scroll, as well as 2 gentle sparrows, signifying power yet peaceful expression. On his chest he wears the crest of Mercury, the god of communication. This loving angel carries the sacred words of truth into the world and brings them easily to you. When this card is upright, it indicates a profound connection to this wonderful presence. Your power of expression is on the rise now. You will have an easier time communicating with others, expressing your feelings, and even working on projects involving communication such as publishing, counseling, teaching, mediumship, journalism, marketing, radio, or television. Now is the time for any of these endeavors, but no matter what you do, remember the power of words. Call on Gabriel to inspire you and let yourself sing out. Feel the Archangel Gabriel step before you and place his hand upon you. He fills you with the will to express your words. What do you want to share and with whom? Next, we have Seven of Forces, balance. This card reveals a time of harmony, balance, and justice in your life. A desk holds balanced scales, squirrels, and stacks of paper. Shelves of books grace a wall where a door opens onto a light-filled room. Upright, this card indicates that a time of balance is at hand. All systems, through the body, through nature, and through society, seek to achieve balance. Stop and consider the parts of your life that you can bring into greater balance. During this time, the universe helps you do so. You may have to confront important legal issues, you may have to deal with paperwork of some kind, or there may be a need for legal action regarding property, inheritance, work contracts, custody, or divorce. Be patient and pay attention to detail, as technicalities will be important right now, but things bode well. Justice is at hand. Take heart of the sight of the golden light that washes over the scene, a sign that all issues will come to light and that a beneficial and just resolution is coming your way. Justice is balanced in society, but the Akashic records show that justice is not limited strictly to court and contract situations. Justice and reciprocity are energetic, so the energy you put forth now will return to you in the future. Remember that your energy production is up to you. Continue to be aware of your thoughts and actions. Inner balance now leads to a beautiful destiny tomorrow. Okay, there's a little bit more to read, I'm sorry. Now close your eyes and see yourself putting on the robes of a court judge. Look upon any situation in your life that requires a balanced understanding, whether it's an actual legal matter or any other situation. See it with the wisdom of Solomon and determine what to do next. Next, the One of Keys, the Architect, and he's pointing to the right. One of Keys. And I mention that because it does say you have to pay attention to the next card in relationship to what I'm about to read to you. A man and woman in rich Egyptian dress stand at a table filled with structural wall drawings and measuring utensils. He is the architect of all they survey, and he points to an unseen building in this expansive project. Throughout the scene, many workers toil on foundations, pylons, and palaces. At a mundane level, you could find yourself involved in a building project or renovating or redecorating your home or workplace. Most important, this card shows that it's the time for you to step into a position of power. In order to do that, you must recognize your talents and strengths as well as your authority to take charge. An opportunity beckons that utilizes your skills perfectly. Feel the command you have over the great scope of this situation and take charge. Now close your eyes, take a relaxing breath, and move deeply into the authority and confidence that comes from your eternal truth. You are in easy command. Feel your talents and power stir within you as you design the destiny you seek. Next is the Four of Keys, clearing the way. A man and woman have taken their carriage down a trail that cuts through a forest and continues to their beautiful home in the distance. A large downed tree lies before them, blocking their path. However, the young man carries an axe and is ready to clear the way. This card is a strong signal that It's now time to take significant action to remove an obstruction in your way. It may be in your personal life, in a relationship, at work, or with a creative project. You must be clear-headed, so be sure to temper your action with calm and forethought. If you are too urgent and excitable, you may waste your energy or even cause damage. On the other hand, if you're overly gentle and cautious, you won't clear the way completely. Be determined and strong as you work to remove the obstacle that blocks your steps. With time and your attention, the way to your dreams will be open. Okay, next is Major Arcana 18, Up in the Air. So, I have an appointment for my dog, but it's not till next Friday. Hoping, praying that I can help him heal, maybe even before the appointment. So I know he has an abscess. I believe it's in his mouth. I was feeding him jerky. He loves jerky, and I didn't want to just feed it to him because he'll just gobble it down. So I was making him tear pieces off with the back part of his mouth, and I think something must have got caught up. So my plans right now are to, when he's awake, he's still trying to get caught up from not sleeping too good last night, is to get some warm salt water and kind of swish it in his mouth, and to get a hot warm press and put it up against his fur there, where it looks like there's a baseball under his skin. It's not quite that big, but it's alarming. So I just hope and pray that I can give him some aspirin, and I have a few antibiotics laying around I could feed to him, and maybe with God's help he'll just get healed and be all right. God willing, right? Okay, up in the air, a man and woman gaze with anticipation at a hot air balloon in a bright blue sky. The balloon flies high above the hills, and the contents of the balloon's basket are hidden from view. During this time of your life, there are aspects of an important situation that seems hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know how it's going to turn out. You can connect with your spirit guides and the Akashic records and ask for a little insight. But there are elements that are unknown and at this time unknowable. There is too much about the situation that is still up in the air. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided, or some events may not have yet come to pass, or unexpected discoveries are yet to be made. Trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or to influence the outcome, you might push that outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give this situation your higher, infinite self, who will take care of it all. Time is required to know more about this matter, and time doesn't matter to your eternal self, whose power and love are always with you, for now and indeed forever. What else do you need? Nothing but trust, the deepest knowing that all you seek will be revealed to you in the right time. Take a deep breath and fill yourself with the power of trust. An outcome you seek drifts in the distant sky, and though you don't know when it will be realized, peace is yours completely. You know it's on the way. Next, we have another major arcana, the fated meeting, number 7. A clock tower stands with its hands pointing to just a few minutes before 12. A man and a woman approach each other, coming to meet at the time that was predetermined by their higher selves, who are shown above them, translucent and shining. With this card, you are coming to a very important relationship in your life. Either it is entirely new, or an existing relationship is being lifted to a much higher experience. Karma from past lives may have brought you together, so it's important for both of you to stay alert. Keep your individual and collective growth a priority and act with deference and compassion to yourselves and each other. If you both honor your karmic course, this could be one of the highest relationships you can know. This card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, or an important purpose that you hold. This too is likely karmic. Perhaps it's a past life publisher, a spiritual teacher, a brother, or a sister. Whoever this is, it's a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready, it's almost time. Okay, again it says take note to the next card. Now take a deep breath and fill yourself with the expectation of someone special coming. Feel the excitement of this important approach. It's someone to know, to hold, and to help you. This person is almost here. Next is the four forces, spring and autumn. So we're 25 minutes in. Let's see, sorry about that. I had to grab my cup of coffee and take a sip there. Let's see. Four forces. The spring card upright shows a budding tree and flowers beginning to bloom. It is one of the seasonal cycle cards, and it indicates that you are entering a time of planting and active preparation, just as the spring is a very full time for the farmer who is tilling the ground and planting his crop. So let yourself put in a little more effort now as you lay the groundwork for the time ahead. This could be a very creative period for you to take action in creative projects or work-related endeavors that require more time and attention. The work you do now could yield great rewards later. Make sure you engage in this extra activity with joy and optimism. You are always planting your energy into the Akashic records of your life, so as you work toward your goals, remember to plant hope and happiness along with all the action you take. Close your eyes and feel yourself stand tall, placing one foot in the spring and the other in the autumn. As you look at your life, ask yourself what step will help you plant a new situation and what step will help you harvest. See those actions before you now. Two of Roses, Winged Messengers. A white dove carries a message in its beak and flies high above a table laid out for tea. One of the teacups has fallen over, and there are broken pieces of china on the table. Below the dove, a hawk flies into the scene with a message in his beak. This card indicates a small conflict in your home or family. It could involve you and another or others in your extended family. There could be money issues about the home, an inheritance, or personal finances. The dove brings a message from your spirit, a call to see this little drama through your higher mind and compassionate heart. You may feel compelled to be the peacemaker or the provider in this situation. Let yourself do as your spirit guides you. The hawk, a predator, shows that there are times when you might have a tendency to be pulled into the fray yourself. With the hawk entering from the right, it certainly indicates that more challenges may be coming your way. Happily, your spirit is high above those challenges, so you can see them clearly and deal with them effectively. Again, it's saying pay attention to the next card. With a deep breath, bring your focus within you and feel the brilliant, pure white energy of your higher self as you fill with a sense of this radiant being. Invite a message from your spirit about any personal concerns that lie before you at this time. Whether you get a word, a feeling, or an image, let yourself receive that message immediately. Next, we have the Oracle of Delphi. Number 1, Major Arcana. This is one I don't really get too often, so it's kind of refreshing to read new. It feels kind of new to me, right? The Pythia, or the princess at Delphi, sits upon a high three-legged seat. Steam gently rises from a small fissure in the ground. Nearby, a robed priest prepares to ride upon an open scroll, while the Pythia psychically receives the perceptions from Apollo. It is the priest who interprets her pronouncements. In this, we see two important keys in psychic experience: perception and interpretation. When you receive this card, you're in a great time for insight and psychic power. Even if you don't recognize it yet, it lies very close to your consciousness because you have used this gift in so many past lives. You may get images or feelings without knowing how to interpret them. Take notes as you practice both your psychic perceptions and their interpretations. Just as they gave the Oracle of Delphi a profound awareness, your psychic perceptions and their interpretations give you a powerful insight and an Akashic vision of the world. Close your eyes and go within. Feel your psychic energy growing, expanding upward from the very depths of your being. Now notice the first thing that you sense. Next, we have Three of Forces. Building a home. Let's see, Three of Forces. A strong, sturdy nest cradles a new family of birds as the babies are fed. This card represents the force of creativity and expansion. When you receive this card upright, it is a signal to focus on starting new things or expanding, perhaps your business, your network of friends, or indeed your family. There may be some effort involved. The nest has to be built, and you will need to be open to the additions coming your way. Children may be forthcoming. You may be renovating your home, or perhaps you will be hiring new employees or opening a new business location. Whatever it is, it will be well worth the effort, for the expansion you make will bring great joy. Spiritual expansions may be in store as well. It's never too late to widen your network of spirit family, friends, and guides. The rewards of that kind of expansion are limitless. Close your eyes and see yourself feathering your nest. What sort of things need to be put in place in order to support the expansion that lies before you? Okay, next we have the Seven of Squirrels. Intricacies and industry. Seven of Squirrels. Work on a Renaissance cathedral has just begun. At first this building seems modest, but in time its grandeur will reach several stories high and across the centuries. But now piles of stones and rock dot the scene. A mason bends, focusing intently on a plumb bob that hangs next to a partially built wall. This instrument helps him determine if the wall is straight and true. At a very basic level, this card could indicate building or renovating a home or business. This card also shows that you're on your way to greatness, but it requires attending to even the tiniest of particulars. Be diligent with the specifics in your strategy and pay considerable attention to detail and follow through. While you may have a long-term goal in mind, the small steps are what's important now. Even the most magnificent cathedrals were built stone by stone, day by day. It's only by heaping up the small that the great can be achieved. Again, take note to the neighboring cards. There is a situation in your life that requires your attention to detail right now. Close your eyes and imagine that this situation is a puzzle in pieces on a table in front of you. Imagine the individual pieces and sense what you notice and feel about them. Next, the Queen of Squirrels. Haven't seen her in a while. A beautiful woman holds a squirrel as she stands in front of a sunlit archway. Around her swirls the energy of wisdom, knowledge, and Akashic truth. When this card appears upright, she brings important information and inspiration to you. The Queen of Squirrels is a woman of higher mind whom you may already know or have yet to meet. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway to a new level of wisdom and understanding. She could be a teacher to you in some way, or offer a friendship that could develop into a deeper love. This woman could be helpful to you in some project requiring communication. She may be an author, a marketer, or a publisher. If you are a writer, she may be someone who assists you in getting published. The Queen of Squirrels could also represent you or a woman in your life getting a position in the field related to communication or academics, such as counseling, teaching, marketing, or publishing. This card indicates a phase of deepening understanding and readiness to learn. It's the perfect time for personal growth and expansive learning, whether it's mind, body, or spirit-centered. Open the mysteries that are hidden in the Akashic scrolls and step through the door of knowledge. Close your eyes and feel the Queen of Squirrels approach. As she hands you a scroll, your greater mind awakens. Feel the sparkling brilliance there. Next, we have the Akashic Library. Wow, so we're just speaking that she's a woman of knowledge, right, regarding the Akashic record. And now the Akashic Library comes up, Major Arcana number 2. Inside a great library, candles cast a glow upon the books and the tall shelves. A sage sits thoughtfully with an open book on his table and a quill pen in hand. Sometimes this card can indicate writings or publishing a book for you, but this card also symbolizes a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life in every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records and to a higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but you now have a better understanding of your old motives and new purposes. It is also a time of heightened intuition as well as greater self-creation. During this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new records in the Akasha. To get started today, write one simple declaration about the future you wish to create and repeat it to yourself often. Then decide one thing you can do to make it happen and do it. Anything can happen now. The breadth of the landscape before you rests solely on the scope of your imagination and your will to own it. And makes note that today, open any book that compels you, let it fall on any page, read a passage, and reflect on the words throughout the day. Determine which relationship or situation in your life it addresses, and don't assume that it's the one that's most urgently on your mind. The Akashic forces are active in every part of your life, and your books are actually a part of the Akashic Library. As you close your eyes, envision yourself stepping into the most beautiful and serene of all ancient libraries. Imagine yourself taking a book from a shelf and opening it to a page. Notice the first word that comes to you. What does it tell you? How does it feel? Remember to visit this mystical library often and tap into the expansive wisdom that is yours. Okay, let me just take a little breather here. Right now we are 13 cards in. So it's only 39 minutes in, so we're going to keep going. Get like 6 or 7. Next is the King of Forces. King of Forces will be one of the 6 or 7. Let's see. A man standing by a stream is surrounded by different animals of the woods. The power of nature is all around him. In the earth below his feet the water running by, and the star-filled nebula in the sky above. Yet he is a force himself, exerting calming influences on the wolf and the rabbit, which are natural enemies. Upright, this card indicates the presence of a man who has a powerful and positive energy. He comes with good intentions, gentleness, and honesty resonate from him. If you don't know this man yet, his energy will be coming into your life soon. He could bring support for a special project, a work issue, or just life in general. He may also be a possible love interest, so in order to be open to receiving a man of honor, make sure you engage in honoring and being tender toward yourself. For you or a man around you, there could be a position coming in, any of the careers nature to the King of Forces, such as electronics, astronomy, physics, geology, alternative fuel, any of the earth sciences and new industries in environmental care. Any activity connecting with the earth, energy, and nature are beneficial to you at this time. Whether you are male or female, this also reveals an important side of yourself. Feel the balance and beauty of nature and know the powerful forces always moving within and around you. Close your eyes and sense the King of Forces by your side. Feel the universal beauty and power move within you, through you, and around you. Feel how gentle this force and wisdom are. How will you rule the forces and allow them to serve you? Next is the initiation of Count Saint Germain. Major Arcana 14. Standing among the pillars within a beautiful temple, the Ascended Master Count Saint Germain sends his light and energy to the 4-robed people who stand before him. It is time for their initiation. This card represents your initiation. It is much more than a change or even a transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement, and the time is now. Some loss of lower vibration relationships, jobs, or activities may be required in order to lift you to the new heights and power that awaits you. Your initiation can be aided by meditation and study, as well as connecting to the Ascended Masters with whom you have worked for centuries upon centuries. Know that you have shared purposes and activities with the Masters, even if you aren't certain of what they are yet. The disciplines you create now during your initiation and the work you do with the Masters will lift your service to the world and to all humankind. This is the time of enormous uplifting, first in your energy and evolution, then in your manifest outer reality. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. Close your eyes and see yourself on the path of your initiation with the Count Saint Germain beside you. Feel your energy and receptivity heighten as your vibration quickens, realizing there are no limits or hindrances. What's next for you? Next is the Helaran, Major Arcana 5. Seen here with spirit and the implements of study and scientific discovery, Helaran is a powerful Ascended Master and a wonderful connection to the font of information that the Akashic records hold. He is the master of research, science, truth, healing, logical mind, concrete knowledge, and spirit communication. So if you've been thinking about pursuing an endeavor in these areas, now's the time to start. Like the angels and other masters, Helaran is always available to you. And receiving this card upright is telling you that his assistance is close at hand. If you are working on a project that requires research, a strong academic approach, and attention to detail, it's full steam ahead. It's time to open to this master's energy if you have a job that involves any type of evidence detecting and drawing conclusions from that discovery. These types of jobs include scientific research, mediumship, forensic activity, the law, medical testing, and more. These and similar activities should be on the rise for now. This is the time to bring a logical approach to all your pursuits. Helaran is right there with you, blessing you with help, clarity, and direction. Now close your eyes and sense the Master Helaran beside you. Feel your energy lift and your vibration quicken. Notice a new mental energy of alertness and easy understanding. Your mind is open like a boundless sky and everything becomes clear and bright. Bring that happiness to any issue in your life that needs clarity now. Next we have the Three of Squirrels. Setting your course. The captain of a ship stands on the forward bridge, surveying the horizons through a telescope. Two officers nearby refer to an unrolled chart. A rainbow colors the sky. This is a great time to broaden your horizons in both your personal and business lives. Do not limit yourself to only one direction. Your opportunities are greater than just what you see. When you widen your scope, you'll find your way to limitless options and boundless wealth. This card can also show a potential partnership or affiliation among three people who can be helpful on your path. Travel or relocation may be on the agenda too. So again, it says take note to the following card. Imagine you are the ship upon the sea. The wind has filled your sails and you cut through the water with ease. Feel the exhilaration of boundless freedom and the assurance of going wherever your will drives you. Where are you headed? Next we have the Six of Squirrels. Sands of time. The sun has begun to set low on the western horizon, but it's still visible through the window of a beautiful castle room. A man is focused with concern on a large hourglass that has almost run out. He rolls up his sleeves, ready to get back to work. This card shows that in some matter of importance, time is of the essence. There could be an opportunity that you don't want to miss. It may be a project, situation, or personal connection that requires action or even completion. You might have had some delays, or you may have been highly active and industrious for some time. Either way, keep going. Your focus and effort are still required in order to get to the end game. Do not let worry steer you away from your goal. There is more yet to do, so don't give up. Close your eyes and catch the energy of time. It feels almost as if you can ride it as it flows through your day, lifting your excitement, your enthusiasm, and your industry. Feel this now and realize that whatever you have to do, time is your gift and your tool. Okay, let me see how many we have. And we have 5. So we're going to do 1 or 2 more. The Queen of Keys. A queen dressed in a gown of rich colors and textures stands atop the tower of her great castle, happily looking over the rich, verdant hills of her domain. In the far distance, her husband returns from his travel. This card represents a woman of authority. She is sensitive, helpful, and thoughtful. She is confident in her authority, but always happy to celebrate the success of others. She could be a love interest for you or someone in your life. Besides referring to a positive woman of business, this card can represent you or another who's about to climb the ladder of success. Positions in banking, investment, real estate, and management may be coming. Self-employment in any industry could also be at hand, as well as greater financial independence, increased authority, and creative autonomy at work. Take note if the king and queen are facing each other, or do they have their backs against each other. Feel the Queen of Keys beside you. Sense the support she has for you. She is ready to give you a key for your own life. This key may be a feeling, a word, or an idea, or a symbol that informs you in some way. Take this key now and sense what it means and how it feels. Okay. So we'll go one more. The Six of Roses. There's a battle going on here. Storm clouds gather in the sky. Two lines of mountain knights stand at the ready, facing each other across a clear field of battle. The left side carries the banner of the white rose. The right carries the red rose. This card depicts a war within a relationship and or battle within your heart about a relationship. Most often this relationship is romantic in nature, but this card could also refer to a co-worker, partner, boss, or family member. There could be power plays, and at the very least, there is a lack of reciprocity and communication. You are at an impasse. Your intuition or your spirit, the white rose, has told you that this experience is not a supportive one, but your passions, fear, and needs, the red rose, keeps you from listening. You have tried to bring the two together as indicated by the dirty flag with the combined white and red rose on the ground. But what's happening in this relationship is not compatible with your spirit's view for you. So there you stand, your spirit and your passions, just watching and waiting. The situation is nothing less than karmic, and it's time to listen and take action. Awareness, vision, and self-honoring are required now for you to position yourself best and make plans to leave the battlefield. Close your eyes and see or sense a person with whom you have some type of relationship. It can be any relationship that's happening in your life. Imagine that person handing you a rose. Is the rose vibrant or wilted, large or small, bright or dark, happy or sad? What message do you receive from this rose? Okay, so we're going to go over the Scribe, which is at the bottom. Major Arcana 12. The learned scribe writes at a high desk. Nearby are a number of other working scribes. In some ancient societies, scribes were simply copiers of holy texts, but in many, they were the most learned men of their time, people well versed in law, scripture, philosophy, history, and more. This card indicates a great upsweep in mind and study for you. If there is any subject with which you'd like to acquaint or reacquaint yourself, do so. It's not just for the sake of study, although that's always a good thing. This period of higher mind and higher learning is nothing less than a change your life or even change the world opportunity. Just as the Wright brothers began by studying the flight patterns of birds, you can rise up on the wings of discovery now. There may be a teacher or even an entire school that can help you with this upliftment. Be sure to seek out the right person or place of learning. You could also become a writer or teacher yourself at this time, elevating and contributing to others. If you're involved in any legal matters, there is a person who can help you with this. Let your great vision guide you to him or her. This could also be a time when you might find yourself writing proposals, grants, essays, blogs, articles, or books. Notice what compels you and be sure to answer the call. Think of an interest that you would like to pursue. With a deep breath, feel your desire to make this discovery or expand it further. Find a book today that helps you open this door tomorrow. Okay, so let me go over the numbers and see if there's possibly anything that we could Google for the angel number. And then we'll go over the court cards as well. Okay, so it looks like, let me see, almost done. A few more cards. Okay, court cards. This is the order we receive them. We receive the Queen of Keys last, the King of Forces in the middle, and then the Queen of Squirrels. So it looks as if the King is looking at the Queen. The King of Forces is looking towards the Queen of Keys, although they're not an exact match. They carry King and Queen, so in that way they are very similar. So it could represent a third party in your situation. I don't know your story. Just kind of putting it out there. Next we have 2 ones, Major Arcana and Keys and the Delphi. Next we have 2 twos, which is the Akashic record and the 2 of Roses. Next we have 3 threes, which is Archangel Gabriel, 3 of Forces, and 3 of Squirrels. Next we have 4 Forces and 4 of Keys. 5 Major Arcana, the Helaran. 6 of Roses and 6 of Squirrels. 7, 7, 7, 7 of Forces, 7 of Squirrels, and 7 Major Arcana Fated Meetings. $12, $14, $18. Okay, why don't we see if there is such an angel number as 12, 14, 18. If there's not, then we'll just add them, so it'll be 3, 5, and 9. Okay. Let's see. 12, 14, 18. Angel. number. Okay, it shows up 1248. So it's not really everything. So let's go with the 359 angel number. What is the meaning of 359? It's a message of positivity and growth in your love life. It signifies that new opportunities for love and relationships are coming your way, and your angels are guiding you towards them. Let's see. Okay, I'm on Angel Numbers blog. Number 359 is made up the attributes of number 3, the vibrations of number 5, and the energies of number 9. Number 3 brings its vibration of growth and expansion, sensitivity, self-expression, creativity, joy, and optimism, manifestation and manifesting. Number 3 is also a number related to the Ascended Masters. Number 5 resonates with making life changes, important choices and decisions, variety and versatility, motivation and individuality. Number 5 resonates with making life choices and important changes, adaptability and versatility, resourcefulness, motivation, and idealism. Number 5 also relates to doing things your own way. Number 9 resonates with light working and service to humanity, philanthropy and benevolence, leading by positive example, spiritual enlightenment and awakening, idealism and problem solving. Number 9 also relates to endings and conclusions. Angel number 359 is a message about the important choices and changes you are making in your life. Trust that they are in alignment with your life path and soul mission and have been divinely inspired. Your prayers and positive affirmations have been heard and are being responded to in the form of opportunities presenting themselves that will propel you along your divine life path. Have faith and trust in your intuitive message and take actions accordingly. Angel number 359 tells you that life choices and changes are the correct ones for you. Take full advantage of these positive changes and live your life with passion and enthusiasm. You will be setting a positive example for others to learn from so that they can in turn incorporate their own lives. Angel number 359 suggests that as you put your will and effort towards living your personal truths and being a positive example for others to follow, you automatically manifest abundance and plenty into your life. No matter what your situation presents, find ways to put an optimistic spin on things and look upon challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Challenges bring life lessons and are stepping stones that lead to future success. Due to life changes, a significant phase or cycle may be coming to an end in your life, and you will feel glad that all will soon be healed and or replaced with better. Release and surrender those parts of your life that are not working and focus upon manifesting better for yourself and your life. So that turned out to be a great reading. Thank you, God, for that. The message is clear, right? You know what to do. It's we did not receive one fear card, so someone has released all fears and they know what they have to do. Possibly they're waiting for divine timing and everything. You know, whoever's at the waiting side, and no one's really waiting, but if you're looking for your particular person to come together, if this is a true, as this is a twin flame reading, then the one that's waiting is still working on his or herself. Well, the one that's getting ready to go has to tie up loose ends. You have to be patient with him or her, and you have to understand that you might move a little faster, you might resolve a little faster than the other or whatever it is, but just have patience and know that whatever you're promised is never going to pass you by. So that's the end of our reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sending you love, light, peace, harmony, joy, happiness, and healing. Please like, share, and subscribe for the algorithm of the channel. So if you make a comment, it'll pump me up for the next reading. Stay well, everybody. Stay blessed up. And always give a helping hand when you can, because that's the energy of you freely giving, right, to the universe. And God's got his little piggy bank up there, and he's making the deposits. So just follow your heart and put God on the forefront. We'll see you the next time. Thank you. Bye-bye. Aloha.